And
where's the money?
A lot of times,
that's true.
You feel me?
You have no business being upset at no nigga you did business with. Every last nigga you did business with, you helped. Y'all did good business. Y'all made history. Everyone. Me on down, including now, wherever everybody else. You didn't make history. This is a historical platform. So every nigga that helped build it, I told you can't be mad at them because you understand business. You didn't gave a lot. You didn't put in further. Everybody don't know how business works. So you gotta let it go and understand that people gonna see it how they see it. It ain't nothing personal.
Yeah, that's where niggas get shit crossed though. Yeah. Because when you tell niggas it's business, they still take it personal. Yeah. And that's what the problem is.
They've been studying liars they whole time. Yeah, niggas lying about how much money they getting and all this, and then
that's
they think
another
like,
thing.
The problem, that'd be the problem.
Yeah.
That really be the problem.
You can't make a nigga understand.
So they treating all this shit like the lottery.
Think
like,
about
oh man, nigga, I'm finna get
that TV show.
It's not gonna
you
work.
was like, Glasses, man, this is not uncommon. Glass, they didn't want to pay me no money. He like, that's not uncommon. He had history. A lot of niggas don't know how much money they making.
Yeah, I had to explain to him because he was like, nigga, they only trying to get me the
$2,600 or $3,800 for like.
I said, dog, that's how
a day or two of work.
There's no money in this shit because more than likely they got a little production situation where they may be paying for the cameras and shit, but they not really getting no money. It's only one. You feel what I'm saying? Because
but you gotta understand, you know that because you've been in films, you've been in TV, you've been in records. You started a podcast company out of nowhere. I don't even know how you come up with the dumbass shit because we sitting at a fucking table and you like, man, I'm gonna start a podcast company. That's the shit.
This nigga would have did what I said. How many years ago was that?
Probably 6.
We'd have been so far ahead of the motherfucking game because I was talking about this shit. Chris still was in high school, dog. He was sophomore. Just started because I was still running the Paramount program. Yeah. So this is like, we talking about 2016, 2015, right?
16.
I'm telling this nigga, because I know he like to talk, and he gonna say something profound. Nigga, we need to do a podcast, nigga. We need to do a pod.
And see, that's the #1 mistake. People thinking I like to talk. I don't. I feel like
you have an honest opinion. That's what it is.
No,
you have an honest opinion.
Because the natural thing is I like. It's not. I just really feel like people around me should understand what I'm thinking. But what I came to understand is okay to be misunderstood. Like, so when you come from the street, you need your pride for everything. So if people don't want to help you, you take it personal. That's what the New West was about. Niggas taking it personal because we like, damn, the niggas who we looked up to don't want to help. We bought all these niggas records. But it was more pride and ignorance. But we didn't know, so you need that in the streets. That's how you build everything. You don't need that in a business. And nobody said that. The first nigga that told me that was Dub C. He's like, man, you don't need your pride. You gotta fuck with niggas until when they ready to fuck with you. They don't owe you shit. Yeah, so a lot of niggas don't know that. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Nobody tell you that. You come in this shit because everybody make you think all of us the same. They like all these niggas is Crips and gang members and shit. So you thinking like these niggas see it like you. And they don't have to. Yeah, these niggas are successful businessmen that done changed their life, and you trying to bring something that's foreign as fuck to them at this point in life. Every one of the niggas when the New West started, them niggas have been successful for 15 years.
Yeah, them niggas had it going.
Think about that. 50, Quick, 8, Cube, Dre, Dog, 12, 15 years of getting money. And you coming in with this brand new idea of how you don't know it worked. But if nobody sits down and tell you, you don't. So I always tell you gotta look at it different because you always knew how it worked. Even when you did come to me with the podcast shit. And you came to me with the first podcast, right? Which this is the first podcast, right? And,
yeah, well, actually, you had the first motherfucking podcast.
Yeah, right, which is the Mind of Malone, right?
Mind of Malone. You had the first.
But even when we start building Gangsta Chronicles as a podcast, right? Like, and we start casting everybody, it was perfect. But a lot of times this was a new idea and it worked great. Sometimes it just don't go to the end, you know what I mean?
And that's when I figured out that niggas will fuck up a wet dream, dog.
But it's not that.
Niggas will fuck up a wet dream, dog.
Sometimes niggas don't see. Sometimes niggas don't see your vision. That's all. And a lot of niggas who
what you got? How many seasons you got? 2, 1.5, 2
seasons of Gangsta Chronicles?
Yeah, before when it was just everybody.
Oh man, we probably on our 4th, 5th year now.
No, not now. When we had everybody together, how many episodes did we get?
How many episodes, man? Shit, we didn't even get past a fucking year, I don't think. Dog.
Okay, so that's how powerful it was. Death Row, that we consider the greatest label ever, is 4 years.
Crazy,
to put it in context, Cash Money been around now since 1998.
Yeah, they've been around a long time, dog.
2000.
So we talk about something that lasted a couple days, 4 years. Look how we talk. How could it stay? How could?
And really, you only had out them 4 years, only 2 of them was great.
Well, really, that's not true. This the fucked up part. Snoop carried that shit. And he probably the most disrespected member of the whole shit. Chronic is a Snoop album. Shout out to DOGG. DOGG is my low. Like I love cuz he made the beat. Snoop on 14 and 15 of the Chronic records. Next year is Doggy Style. That's not so 92 is a Chronic. That's a Snoop album. 14 out of 15 songs. And he wrote a lot of the shit.
Hell of a debut.
Right? 93 is Doggy Style, right? That's his record.
And then it was so many back then, the dog.
Let me finish. 94, Murder Was the Case. Biggest record, 3 million. That's one song off Cuz album. 95 is his group, the Dog Pound. He's on 7, 8 of those records. Niggas be talking about Cuz and be jealous of Pac, and I be like,
well, you really
you had to be happy Pac came at this point.
That's why he the GOAT.
How long it's been on Cuz shoulders where the first record he on 15 of the record, 14, 15 of the records. The second record is his whole album. Then Murder Was a Case is his idea. He's on the cover. And then the Dog Food is Snoop Dogg and the Dog Pound. Nigga had to be happy Tupac came at a certain place. God damn, somebody could lift this shit. This shit heavy.
I think, you know what, G? I think a lot of those people that be talking, you got to remember, we was there in real time and seeing this shit, right? So a lot of niggas don't really understand Snoop Dogg's impact. And I tell niggas, no matter how you feel about this nigga is one of the greatest things to happen to hip-hop ever.
The world.
The world.
Fuck
and I'm going to tell you how I know. Me and Big Syke, we was in Dubai. And you know how them fancy...
Rest in peace, Syke.
Yeah, rest in peace, homie, Big Syke. You know how them luxury hotels got the dry cleaners and stuff down there? The cleaners that fucked up
Don't nobody know that.
They have fucked off. A lot of niggas don't know.
You see, and that's the problem. See how you niggas knew? Yeah, I remember that.
So,
dry cleaner.
we
Who the fuck got a
downstairs-
dry cleaner in the hotel?
You know,
The luxury ones.
Motherfuckers fucked up our clothes and shit. So we down there picking up our clothes. The lady's like, oh, this is a beautiful shirt. Are you an entertainer? She knew, like, you know, the fabric and stuff like that. And I said, yeah, we out here to do a show. She said, this is beautiful. What kind of music are you? She said, you look like Barry White. Do you play bass or something like that? Right? And so I said, no, I rap,
like
right?
South Park.
So
you're black.
But we talking. So she tell me, she say, I don't know too much rap, but I know Snoop Doggy Dogg. And this woman is about 70 years old, and we in the desert, my nigga, and she know who the fuck Snoop Dogg is. That's when I said, I got this nigga is cold right here.
Most famous rapper ever in the world.
That nigga for sure the most famous rapper. But again, like I say, when you think about it, hip hop being street urban culture, right? If you think about Dogg, back in 1993, 94, when Cuz album came out, he goes to England to do shows, right? They don't let him in the country. They tripping on Cuz. They not letting him in. They run a whole magazine ad Cuz like, Snoop can't get in the country. This nigga is evil.
And the queen made a demand they let his ass over there.
Fuck that part, right? This is 30 years ago. Cuz this year in January, February, cuz, a nigga's on the biggest stage in the world. Crip walking with a blue bandana suit on, some chucks, cuz, chunking up chunky seeds. Smoking a blunt on the side of the stage.
This nigga said he smoked a blunt in the White House, dog.
The nigga is just...
You don't even want Snoop if he ain't smoking. Like, Snoop showing up not high, that's crazy.
And to me, like...
Who want a not high Snoop? Like,
it just, and he's still a Crip, man. Like, he's still a representation of street urban culture. He never turned it down. He never took it back. He did it his way.
Gangsta Chronicles, we gon' tell you how it goes.
If I lie, my nose will grow like Pinocchio. We gon' tell you the truth and nothing but the truth.
Gangsta Chronicles, this is not your average